Transfer portal season continues. This time it's a pair of Mountaineer defenders heading into the portal, as West Virginia has also sent out more scholarship offers to other Power 5 transfer players. Let's go. What's going on, Mountaineer Nation? Jordan Cruz back here with the Country Roads Webcast. And before I get into this video, I just want to give you guys a quick reminder, if you would, do us a favor, hit that thumbs up button, give us a like on this video. It'll really help its performance and help future videos performances here on the channel. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. Helps us, helps you, helps get more of this Mountaineer sports content out to Mountaineer Nation. That being said, let's get into it. All right, Mountaineer Nation. So we know this is going to continue throughout the offseason, both updates on Mountaineer players entering the portal, as well as updates on players West Virginia is offering scholarships to that are in the portal, and hopefully here soon players that have committed to West Virginia to transfer in. But right now we have two transfer outs, both coming from the defensive side from West Virginia in the past couple of days. The one on the defensive line being a senior in Taijh Alston, a former starter at the defensive end position. And then out of the defensive backfield, you lose a freshman in Taijh Woodby. As far as the former goes here with Taijh Alston, as you can see here from the article over there on WVSportsNow.com. And here there's a picture of the graphic from Taijh Alston, where he shared that on his Instagram that he would be entering the transfer portal. And just as far as some of his numbers here, as you can see in the article, the veteran lineman's best year with WVU came in 2021. He recorded 36 total tackles, 13 assists, and 5 sacks that season. This year, his numbers dipped a little bit. Sean Martin took over the starting job from him, I believe, after the 4th game of the season. So he only finished with 18 overall tackles, 7 solo, 2 sacks. But he was a player that made 16 career starts for West Virginia during his time here. And I hope for the best for Taijh Alston moving forward in his final year of playing college football. Hopefully he ends up having a great season and going out on a high note. As I always like to say, once a Mountaineer, always a Mountaineer, especially for a player that was here through multiple years, suffered through a couple injuries while he was here, and then even having his starting job taken this season, still continue to play for the Mountaineers and be a factor and make plays coming off the bench at times later in the season. So thank you for your time here, Taijh Alston. Hope you're the best moving forward. Let's take a look here at Taijh Woodby. All right. Also here from this article on WVSportsNow.com and Mike Ostie, Taijh Woodby entering the transfer portal. Was a freshman at West Virginia. Didn't touch the field this season, but it's another loss from the defensive backfield, which the Mountaineers are really going to need to add a lot of pieces. Here in a second, when I show you guys that Google Doc where I'm trying to keep up with some of the players West Virginia has offered, you're definitely going to see heavy defensive back influence there. They're trying to add several defensive backs, it seems. And then, of course, wide receiver as well. They have a lot of offers out there. Those are the two positions they're targeting heavily in the transfer portal. Taijh Woodby has decided to enter the transfer portal entering his sophomore year of college. Did not play any games during his freshman season for the Mountaineers in 2022. Hopefully he lands on his feet and finds a good spot where he can contribute throughout his career playing college football. But those are the two latest Mountaineers to enter the transfer portal. Having said that, let's take a look now at some of the people that West Virginia is targeting. I want to continue to update you guys on this as it happens. More offers have gone out. West Virginia continues to hit the portal heavily with scholarship offers. They put out a ton of them to players in the portal, especially since it opened on December 5th, and you've got Power 5 names in there. So let me show you some of those names that West Virginia has put offers out to as far as scholarships in the transfer portal of players that they're trying to bring in for 2023. All right, so first looking at West Virginia's transfers out now, the total up to 9 scholarship players that have left the Mountaineers. I'll run through them real quick, with, of course, the latest two being Taijh Woodby and Taijh Alston. Then you had JT Daniels and Goose Crowder leaving the quarterback room, Reese Smith and Mike O'Laughlin, both leaving in the receiver/tight end room. Charles Woods and Mumu Bin Mohad leaving the defensive back room. So there's 3 defensive back transfers out for the Mountaineers right there, plus the loss of Rashad Ajayi and Wesley McCormick. You're losing 5 defensive backs out of that secondary, which necessarily may not be a bad thing with how bad the secondary struggled this season. You can at least wholesale replace it and hopefully improve it, but you're definitely going to have to bring in some defensive backs. And here in a second, I'll show you something that West Virginia is targeting. And then, of course, the in-state tight end, you hate to lose Corbin Page hitting the transfer portal as well. So those are the 9 players that have transferred out from West Virginia so far this offseason. Let's look at some targets for West Virginia, players that they've offered scholarships to. And the wide receiver room, you've seen most of these already throughout these updates I've been doing throughout the offseason. The latest names on this list, though, Nick Mardner from Cincinnati, Trey Harris from Louisiana Tech, and Christian Leary from Alabama all received scholarship offers from West Virginia at the wide receiver position. Tight end, you've seen all these names, save for this latest one, Josh Swavis from Cal Poly has received a scholarship offer. Defensive line, same names. Mountaineers have offered 3 linebackers since I last updated this, I do believe. Amari Gaynor from Florida State, Josiah Stewart from Coastal Carolina, and Jamil Muhammad from Georgia State. And then here we are, defensive back. This is where West Virginia has offered a lot of scholarships. As I've said in previous updates, neither one of these two players right here that I'm highlighting, J.J. Roberts from Wake Forest or J.Q. Hardaway from Cincinnati, have been offered scholarships by West Virginia. Those are just hopefuls by me, players that I'm hoping West Virginia targets. We'll see if they end up doing so, but they have targeted a lot of defensive backs along the way, as you see here. The latest additions to the list being Benjamin Perry from Louisville, Donovan McMillan from Florida, and Tony Grimes from North Carolina. So those of you guys that wanted a little bit more Power 5 flavor in the transfer offers for West Virginia and the players they were targeting this offseason, there you are. You're starting to see it. And I love that we're seeing it specifically in the defensive backs West Virginia is targeting. Seems to be almost exclusively Power 5 players, save for the first couple that they targeted before the portal opening on December 5th. And I like that a lot. They're going a different route. I've compared it to what Bob Huggins did with the basketball transfer portal 2 seasons ago, went and got players from FIU, Old Dominion, things like that. Didn't work out. This season hit the Power 5 market hard. Basketball team seems to be improved. Last season, West Virginia's defensive back transfers, all from FCS and Group of 5, didn't work out. This season looks like they're hitting the Power 5 hard. Hopefully that improves the defensive backfield in the Mountaineers secondary. But there's an update on the latest transfers out for West Virginia. And of course, the targets that the Mountaineers are going after this offseason, and hopefully some of those names will sign with the Mountaineers on signing day. But having said that, what are your thoughts on the transfer portal movings thus far for West Virginia? Do you like the players they're targeting? Who do you want to see them target that maybe they haven't offered yet? Anything you want to add there, let us know. Comment down below as we continue to try and grow the Country Roads Webcast community throughout Mountaineer Nation. Having said that, as always, I'm Jordan Cruz, and until next time, let's go Mountaineers.